Hi there, guys. This session is about practicing the GROW model. When you're actually selling, this is GROW model is actually a very, very effective sales model. So when you're selling something to another person, GROW is the model that is very, very effective to use in your communication skills. And I'm going to share what GROW model stands for and how, and we're going to actually practice it in the session with Lavanya. So the GROW model actually stands for, G stands for goals, R stands for reality, O for opportunities or options, and then W stands for will. In the GROW model, our aim is to present the product onto the prospect and then find out the reason behind why they want to actually buy, or for that matter, why are they interested in this project or product or whatever that may be. And then what is the emotional reason behind why they want to buy this product, and then we'll go from that point. But the first aim is G, which is goals of the person who's looking to buy. R stands for, again, reality, and then the O stands for options or opportunities, and then W stands for will. Hi Lavanya, we're going to practice this here. So in this scenario, I'm actually the agent on a property. You're the one potential prospect who's looking at this property. This property has been on the market for quite some time, hasn't sold, and then you are the one who is basically come to view the property, and then we are talking. So hi Lavanya, how are you?
Hi, good, thank you, Jack. How are you?
Yes, very well, thank you, Lavanya. Okay, so tell us a bit more about yourself, Lavanya. What made you kind of look at this property?
Okay, what made me look at this property? I could see the property has been on the market for a long time, so I was just thinking, is there anything which I can make a deal with, some deal?
Okay, and what is it that you're planning to do with this property, if you don't mind me asking?
Shall we keep it to simple BTL?
Okay, so you'd like to use it as a buy to let.
Yes.
Okay, and when you is that something that you do normally? Are you a BTL landlord?
I'm not a BTL landlord. I'm not. In fact, I'm not a landlord at all. This is my first property which I'm trying to buy. I've seen plenty of different properties, but nothing stood out. So this one did catch my eye, thinking because it's been on the market for a long time. So I thought I can, make a deal with.
Sure. Well, I can kind of share with you here that this is going to be a fantastic return on investment opportunity, especially for your pension pot, because this is a very high demand area. The rental demand is high. The capital growth is pretty high in this region. And then when you take this property on, if you were to kind of give it a bit of a touch, a cosmetic refurb, you can potentially raise the value of this property quite a bit, which will potentially allow you to refinance and be able to pull out some of your money, if not all. And that will obviously allow you to rinse and repeat this process with the money that you're going to use, to refinance this. Also, my question to you would be that you're looking to invest in a BTL. Is that something that is potentially like a pension pot? Because I mentioned about pension pot. Is that something that you like to kind of create a passive income from?
Yeah, I would like to create a passive income from, yes. And especially when you're starting up, you need a BTL property to start with.
That's right. Yeah, it needs to be on your file for you to be able to grow to the next level. Right. Okay. Sounds good. I mean, I can give you the numbers on this. For example, this property is up for X amount of money. We're practicing this. The yield on this property can be raised by, like I said, the cosmetic refurb, which is going to cost you $5,000, so on and so forth. Let me ask you one more question, Lavanya, here. That you said that you're looking to create that passive income. Is there a reason for that?
Good question. Yes, of course. I have some money to invest. So definitely sitting in the bank is not a good idea. So I just wanted to create better return on my money, which is sitting in the bank.
Okay. And is there a reason for that?
Reason? No.
Okay. So your aim is to create more income for your family, so you could
Yeah.
kind of, yeah, that's the reason. Okay, sounds good. Okay, let me show you the property, and then maybe you can give me your feedback on what are your thoughts, and
Yep.
if you'd like to propose something, we are happy to take it to the landlord and kind of take it from there.
Okay.
All right, guys, I want to share something with you here. Even though Lavanya did not make this any easier for me, but the 3 whys that I'd like to share with you, okay? First of all, did you see that all I was trying to find out is the G here, which is the goals. Why was Lavanya trying to buy this property? And can you see from my questions, I was asking open questions and I was trying to find out the emotional reason behind it. I only barely managed to get the reason to an extent of you're looking to create passive income for your family. Is that right?
Yes, Jack.
Okay, but I barely managed to get that. Okay, but all I did was ask open questions about the goals of the person, and then the reality is the numbers in this context, because I need to show her the numbers. What's the property up for? Is it are we open for negotiation? Is the landlord open for negotiation? That is the reality. Okay, you can do a cosmetic refurb, raise the value, refinance. This is all reality, guys. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously these are the reality is that it's open for negotiation because it's been on the market, while the options are you can raise value, you can refinance. These are the options in the grow model. Are you with me, guys? Can you see that I was doing this simultaneously, even though you can take it chronologically as well, but I was doing this simultaneously?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what I did not cover so far is the will. Will comes at a point where, let's say Lavanya looks at the property, puts in an offer, and I ask the question, Lavanya, do you have your proof of funds ready? And if she says yes, that's the will in the grow model. Are you with me, guys?
Yeah.
Because if she doesn't have proof of funds ready, I am not sure if this person is willing of the will of the grow model, if she is willing to actually buy this property in the first place or not. Are you with me on this? Now, within the same context, let's say I'm the agent and I know now this person's aim is to create passive income. I can show her more properties that will allow her to create more passive income. When you are an agent on a property and when you go and show a property, never ever restrict yourself to that property, guys. Always find out what is it that person is looking to achieve, and that if you can bring on more deals to show it to that person. Another question which I did not ask at that point is, which one must always ask is, what kind of funds do you have to invest? Because they may be here looking at one property, but they might have funds to buy more properties. Are you with me on this, guys? Okay.
Yes.
So always ask, do not hesitate. This is something that I come across a lot of people where they actually hesitate asking what kind of funds does an investor have. Do not, because unless you don't know what kind of money the person has, you're just never going to be able to help them. Right? You could be showing them a property worth 100 grand and this person needs, let's say, 25 or 30 grand to buy. This person may not even have 25 or 30 grand. You can't help them. Well, at least not in this context. Okay. But if you ask them what kind of money do they have, and if they say, let's say we only have 20 grand, maybe you can show them a cheaper property. If let's say they have 100 grand, now you know they can buy 4 properties, right? And now you have the opportunity to sell them 4 properties. Are you okay? Are you on the same page with me, guys?
Yes, Jack.
Okay. It's very, very simple. You gotta think on your toes. You gotta be more creative with your questions, and make sure you ask open questions, which is what, when, where, and why, in the most politest way. because the more open questions you ask and the more deeper you dig, the easier it will be for you to be able to sell your product. In this context, it was slightly more difficult because it's pretty much like a sale of a property. In some cases, by asking 3 times why to any question, you can actually dig right to the bottom of the emotional reason of why they're doing it. Okay. In this instance, like I said, it was slightly tough. I barely managed to get the information that she wants to do it for family. But in many cases, you can ask why 3 times, and you're more likely to get to the actual reason to why this person wants to buy. In fact, we've actually practiced this in previous sessions, and I think we had Harry practice this on his project as well, where he managed to do it successfully. Is everyone clear with that? Do you want me to practice this more with someone? Someone wants to give me a hard time? Lavanya didn't give me a hard time.
I know, I didn't.
You didn't give me a hard time, but you were a lot more difficult to open. Okay. And every person would be different. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Anyone wants to go ahead and practice this with me, or we can kind of stop recording the session? All right, guys, we're going to stop recording this session. This was a very simple, very quick practice there, but we can dig a lot more deeper. Thank you for watching.